When Donald Trump visited Saudi Arabia in 2017, he was stunned by what he discovered behind the ceremonial robes and diplomatic smiles. The King of Saudi Arabia commands not just a security detail, but a shadow army so advanced and massive that it left even the leader of the world's superpower visibly shocked. What Trump witnessed was just the surface of a security apparatus that makes the U.S. Secret Service look like mall cops. A lethal force of elite commandos with capabilities that most nations can only dream of possessing. This is the untold story of the King's hidden guardians, who operate with near-limitless resources, cutting-edge technology, and a sacred oath to die for their monarch without hesitation. From billion-dollar security convoys to elite assassin hunters trained in the world's harshest conditions. Here are 10 shocking secrets about the Saudi King's personal army that most intelligence agencies don't want you to know. Subscribe now to Billionaire Exclusives and unlock the secrets of the world's most powerful elites, along with the hidden empires that protect their wealth, power, and untouchable legacy. 10. The Sacred Blood Oath. Number 10 might seem obvious, but there's a dark truth behind it that most people miss. Every member of the Saudi Royal Guard swears an oath to literally die for the king. This isn't ceremonial language. It's a binding contract, sealed with religious authority. During a private ceremony in Riyadh's royal palace, guards place their hand on the Quran, raise their right hand with 3 fingers extended, symbolizing Allah's guidance, and recite these chilling words. I swear to faithfully, loyally, and honorably serve the custodian of the 2 holy mosques, and to dedicate myself to him with all my strength, sacrificing, if necessary, even my life for his defense. What makes this oath extraordinary isn't just the willingness to die. It's that throughout history, they've actually done it. In 1979, during the Grand Mosque seizure, dozens of royal guards perished protecting the royal family, creating a blood sacrifice that cemented their legendary status. But here's what most people don't realize. This oath isn't just historical. It's intensely personal. When I spoke with former guards, they described a profound transformation after taking this vow. One guard told me, "From that moment, you no longer belong to yourself. Your life has a single purpose." Think about that level of commitment in today's world. These men, most in their early 30s, willingly pledge their lives in an age where loyalty is increasingly rare. And unlike other security units, this isn't just about duty to country. It's a sacred vow before God himself. Number 9. The $1.5 billion security machine. Those ceremonial white robes and golden daggers you've seen in photos? They're not just cultural traditions, they're carefully calculated misdirection. Behind this traditional facade operates a $1.5 billion annual security operation that employs over 5,000 personnel. Larger than the entire military forces of 25 countries worldwide. The Saudi Royal Guard isn't a single unit, but a complex network of specialized forces. Most tourists assume this is just another ceremonial guard, but the truth is far more impressive. The Guard comprises 5 highly specialized divisions, each with distinct capabilities. The Close Protection Unit that never leaves the King's side. The Counter-Assault Team trained to neutralize threats in seconds. The Intelligence Division that monitors threats globally. The Advanced Technology Unit, operating surveillance systems. The Foreign Operations Team that secures locations before royal visits. What's truly mind-blowing is the Guard's budget. Each member costs approximately $300,000 annually to train, equip, and maintain. This doesn't include the billions spent on advanced technology, armored vehicles, and aircraft dedicated solely to royal protection. The most shocking aspect? When traveling internationally, the King's security detail can exceed 1,500 personnel, larger than some countries' entire special forces community. During the 2017 visit to the United States, the Saudi contingent required 10 additional aircraft, just to transport security personnel and equipment. Number 8. Beyond human capabilities. Behind those ceremonial poses and seemingly decorative weapons lies a shocking truth. Saudi royal guards undergo some of the most intensive combat training in the world. Forget the tourist-friendly image of men standing motionless. These guards complete mandatory special forces training in Saudi Arabia before even applying to the Royal Guard. But that's just the beginning. Once accepted, they undergo a 3-month specialized close combat course with elite instructors from around the world, including former members of America's Delta Force, Britain's SAS, and France's GIGN. This isn't basic self-defense, it's advanced training in neutralizing armed attackers in crowded spaces. One former guard revealed, "We practice taking down knife-wielding assailants who emerge from crowds of tourists. We train to identify suicide bombers before they can reach the king. And we learn to create human shields with our bodies in milliseconds." Their training includes hand-to-hand combat in formal uniform, firearms proficiency with concealed weapons, crowd threat assessment in multiple languages, emergency medical response for assassination attempts, and counter-surveillance techniques. What makes this training unique is its context. Unlike military units that operate in controlled environments, Royal Guards must be prepared to neutralize threats while surrounded by thousands of civilians. The most chilling aspect? They train specifically for the scenario they hope never happens, giving their lives to save the king. Number 7. The selection process. Shock. Think getting into Harvard is tough? The Royal Guard has an acceptance rate that makes Ivy League schools look like community colleges, and their requirements go far beyond academic credentials. First, the non-negotiable criteria. Applicants must be unmarried Saudi citizens between 21 and 35 years old, standing at least 5 feet 10 inches tall, with an impeccable reputation. They must have completed military service with distinction and possess either specialized training or a high school diploma with exceptional physical capabilities. But here's what most people don't know. The religious requirement isn't just preference. Guards must provide a letter from their mosque's imam attesting to their moral character and devotion to Islam. During their service, they attend mandatory theological training to ensure their protection extends beyond the physical to the spiritual realm. The physical standards are equally demanding. Beyond height requirements, candidates undergo rigorous testing that would challenge Olympic athletes. One former guard described the fitness test as more demanding than special forces selection. It includes 100 perfect form push-ups without stopping, 21 arm pull-ups per arm, 5-mile run in full gear in under 35 minutes, swimming 2 miles in open water while fully clothed, 72-hour survival test in the empty quarter desert with minimal supplies. Perhaps most surprising is the character investigation. Saudi intelligence conducts extensive background checks that include interviewing childhood neighbors, former teachers, and even ex-girlfriends. A single negative report can disqualify an otherwise perfect candidate. The result? Only about 35 men from a nation of 35 million qualify to join each year, making this possibly the most exclusive military unit on Earth. Number 6. The technological fortress. While the world focuses on Saudi Arabia's oil wealth, the nation has secretly built one of the most technologically advanced security systems ever created. This isn't just about guns and guards. It's about invisible shields of protection that surround the king at all times. The Royal Palace complex in Riyadh houses a command center that rivals NASA's mission control. From this unmarked bunker, security personnel monitor over 10,000 cameras strategically placed throughout the king's residences and travel routes. Advanced facial recognition software scans every face, comparing it against a database of known threats updated in real time. What truly sets apart the king's security is their counter-drone capability. With aerial threats becoming increasingly common, the Royal Guard employs a dome of electronic countermeasures that can detect and neutralize unauthorized drones within a 5-mile radius of the king. During Donald Trump's visit, American security officials were reportedly amazed by technology that even the Secret Service doesn't possess. The most shocking revelation: the king's vehicles and personal spaces are protected by a portable jamming system that creates an electronic bubble, preventing any unauthorized communication in or out. This means no cell phones, radio signals, or electronic triggers can function near the monarch without explicit authorization. Hello guys, before we reveal number 5, make sure you subscribe to Billionaire Exclusives in case you haven't. Ready to go deeper into the world the top 1% don't want you to see? Let's continue. Number 5. The Ghost Convoy. Those impressive motorcades you've seen in news footage? They're elaborate decoys designed to conceal the king's actual movements. When the king travels, he never announces which vehicle he'll use until moments before departure. The Royal Guard deploys identical motorcades, often numbering 20 to 30 identical vehicles, that take different routes to the same destination. The king could be in any of them, or sometimes none at all, using helicopter transport while the convoys serve as distractions. Each vehicle in these motorcades is a technological marvel. The primary armored Mercedes S-Class limousines are custom-built in Germany with modifications that cost upwards of $4 million per vehicle. These aren't just bulletproof, they're designed to withstand direct hits from RPGs and continue functioning even after multiple explosive attacks. The convoy vehicles contain their own oxygen supply, electromagnetic pulse protection, fire suppression systems, and emergency medical equipment specifically calibrated to the king's blood type and medical needs. Most impressive is the communication capability. Each vehicle maintains constant satellite connection with the Royal Guard Command Center, providing real-time threat assessments and route adjustments. This isn't just transportation. It's a mobile fortress designed to ensure the king's survival under any circumstances. Number 4. International Shadow Operations. When the king travels internationally, he's accompanied by an invisible shield of security personnel that few ever notice. These aren't the uniformed ceremonial guards you're familiar with. They're covert security specialists, operating in plain clothes across multiple countries. During the king's 2017 visit to Washington, D.C., which left Donald Trump visibly impressed, an advanced team of Saudi security personnel arrived 3 weeks before to coordinate with American agencies. They inspected every venue, mapped emergency routes, and established evacuation protocols that even the Secret Service found exhaustive. What's remarkable is how they blend sophisticated security with diplomatic necessity. Unlike American or European protective details, Saudi royal guards operate with extraordinary discretion, respecting the ceremonial nature of royal visits, while maintaining lethal readiness just beneath the surface. Their international operations reveal capabilities few would suspect. Guards are multilingual by necessity, with most speaking at least 4 languages. They receive specialized training in diplomatic protocol and cultural sensitivity alongside their combat skills. Expertise as essential as their tactical abilities. The most closely guarded secret: their counter-assassination techniques. Royal guards trained specifically to form a human shield around the king within milliseconds of a threat. Their body armor is specially designed to be concealed under business suits, and their formation movements are choreographed to provide maximum protection while maintaining a dignified appearance. During one royal visit to a high-risk region, which remains classified, intelligence services detected a credible assassination plot. Without public knowledge, Saudi guards executed a complete security overhaul overnight, rerouting the king's movements and deploying counter-sniper teams. The visit proceeded without incident, and the threat was neutralized without the public ever knowing. Number 3. The intelligence web. Beyond physical protection, the Royal Guard operates one of the world's most unique intelligence networks, a system that combines centuries-old human intelligence with cutting-edge technology. Few realize that Royal Guards are trained not just as protectors, but as intelligence gatherers. During public audiences and royal events, they systematically monitor crowds, identifying behavioral anomalies that might indicate threats. This isn't random observation. It's a methodical system refined over decades. What makes their intelligence operation extraordinary is its integration with Saudi Arabia's diplomatic network. The kingdom maintains relations with over 160 countries, creating an information-gathering capability that rivals major intelligence agencies. The Royal Guard's Intelligence Center processes information from this global network, creating threat assessments that inform the king's security protocols. They maintain databases of known threats, coordinate with international agencies like Interpol, and analyze patterns that might indicate emerging risks to the royal family. This gives them predictive capabilities that most security forces lack. Perhaps most surprising is their cybersecurity operation. The Saudi monarchy faces thousands of hacking attempts daily, many targeting the king's schedule and movements. The Royal Guard's cyber unit works to protect this information, employing specialists who monitor digital threats with the same vigilance their predecessors watched physical approaches centuries ago. Number 2. The Human Shield. The most elite unit within the Royal Guard is the Close Protection Team, 100 men who have sworn to be the last barrier between an assassin and the king. These aren't ordinary bodyguards. Each member undergoes psychological conditioning that actually rewires their threat response. While normal humans instinctively duck away from danger, these guards are trained to move toward threats without hesitation, placing their bodies between bullets and the monarch. What distinguishes this unit isn't just their willingness to die, but the scientific approach to their training. Using advanced biofeedback systems, guards practice controlling their physiological responses until their bodies automatically react to threats before their conscious minds process the danger. This elite unit is divided into 3 concentric rings around the king at all times. The inner ring of 12 guards, never more than arm's length away. The middle ring of 30 personnel, scanning immediate surroundings. The outer ring of threat assessment specialists, monitoring the broader environment. The most astonishing aspect? These guards train to continue functioning even after being wounded. Medical experts work with them to understand how to compensate for blood loss and trauma while continuing to protect the king. As one former commander explained, "We don't just expect them to take a bullet. We expect them to keep fighting after they've been shot." If you found this inside, look at the world's most expensive security operation fascinating, you're going to want to see what else we've uncovered. Hit that subscribe button now to join the millions who never miss our deep dives into the hidden worlds of power, wealth, and global security. Number 1. The $100 million travel protocol. When the King of Saudi Arabia travels internationally, it triggers a security operation so massive and expensive that it left Donald Trump, a man accustomed to luxury, completely stunned during their 2017 meeting. For a typical week-long international visit, the Saudi monarch requires 400 to 600 room bookings across multiple hotels, a fleet of 150-plus vehicles, including armored cars, ambulances, and tactical response units, 1,500 security personnel traveling in separate aircraft, advance teams arriving weeks before to secure locations, custom-made secure communications infrastructure installed at every location, entire floors of hospitals placed on standby with medical staff who've signed confidentiality agreements, private terminals at airports shut down for exclusive use. The financial scale is nearly incomprehensible. A single international trip costs between $60 to $100 million in security expenses alone, not including diplomatic costs or official business expenditures. During the King's 2015 visit to Washington, D.C., his security detail booked the entire Four Seasons Hotel, all 222 rooms, despite the King himself staying at a separate location. The rooms were required for security personnel, equipment storage, command centers, and to create buffer zones around the King's actual accommodation. When traveling to his vacation palace in Morocco, an advanced team of 300 personnel arrives 10 days early to implement security protocols. Every staff member at the destination undergoes background checks, and food preparation is monitored by Saudi security personnel to prevent poisoning attempts. What truly shocked American officials during Trump's visit was discovering the King's portable security dome, a modular system that can transform any building into a secure compound within hours. This technology creates physical barriers, electronic countermeasures, and secure communications in any environment worldwide. The most extraordinary aspect of these travel arrangements isn't just their scale, but their completeness. Nothing is left to chance. As one Saudi official explained, "We don't adapt to foreign security environments. We transform them into our own secure spaces." This level of security goes beyond protection. It's a demonstration of power and sovereignty that extends Saudi authority wherever the King travels. For King Salman, and now Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, security isn't just about survival. It's about projecting the uncompromising might of the Saudi royal family across the globe. The Trump encounter. What exactly did Donald Trump witness in 2017 that left him so visibly impressed? During the historic visit, Trump was given unprecedented access to Saudi security operations, a gesture rarely extended to foreign leaders. American security experts were particularly stunned by three aspects of the Saudi operation. First, the seamless integration of traditional protocols with cutting-edge technology. While maintaining ceremonial traditions dating back centuries, Saudi royal guards demonstrated surveillance capabilities that exceeded even America's technological prowess. Second, the sheer manpower deployed in layers so discreet that most visitors never notice them. As one American official noted, "For every guard you see, there are 20 you don't." Finally, the financial commitment to security that dwarfs most nations' entire defense budgets. No expense is spared, no contingency overlooked, no threat deemed too unlikely to prepare for. What makes the Saudi King's security truly exceptional isn't just its size or cost, it's the philosophy behind it. This isn't security as a necessity, it's security as an absolute certainty. In a region defined by instability, the Saudi monarchy has created an impenetrable shield that ensures their continuation through any crisis. From their sacred blood oath to their billion-dollar travel protocols, the Saudi Royal Guard represents the ultimate expression of what unlimited resources, unwavering loyalty, and centuries of experience can create. A security apparatus that protects not just a man, but the very concept of monarchy itself.